What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. Thanks for pressing play. Today, we're going to talk about two interesting pieces of information for the C8 Corvette Z06. The first one is a confirmation of some information we talked about a month ago. And the second one is, of course, the fact that the C8 Corvette Z06 is going to be auctioned off at the Barrett Jackson auction later this month. Let's jump right into the details. All right, guys, so as you know, we are getting closer and closer to the release of that 2023 Corvette Z06, and it is just absolutely fantastic. I am so super pumped for this car, and I know a lot of you guys feel the same way, so anytime a little bit of the information comes up, I try to get it out to you as fast as possible, but I also want to make sure that all of the information is legitimate, so I don't want to just shotgun a bunch of fake information out there for you guys to see. I want it all to be as real as possible, and sure enough, some of the information we talked about around a month ago has come up again and has been confirmed by Chevrolet as being 100% legit. So after pulling it up on the channel, it was actually about 2 months ago that this video was put out, and we were talking about the fact that the C8 Corvette Z06 production date was likely to start May 9th. Now, Chevrolet has basically confirmed this, and the reason I say basically is because Chevrolet has confirmed that starting May 9th, the 2023 C8 Corvette production will begin, but they have not said specifically that the Z06 will begin production that same day. Now, if you guys think about it, it really doesn't make any sense for Chevy to start up the production of the 2023 Corvette without including the Z06 on that same production line. There has been a lot of talk about this, a lot of discussion about this on the online Corvette forums, and everybody seems to agree that there is no chance that Chevy is going to open up the production of the 2023s without also including the Z06. So even though Chevy has not confirmed that piece of information, they have in fact confirmed that May 9th is going to be the date that the C8 Corvette will start production. Now, like I said, if you guys want to drill back 2 months ago on my channel, you can actually see the video where we were talking about this being the very likely start date for the Z06, and sure enough, here it is, basically confirmed by Chevrolet. Now, this is just another piece of information that fits into the whole idea of my channel, and that is to bring you guys information as early as I possibly can without it being total garbage. So basically what I mean by that is I like to have as much research done on this as possible, as much confirmation as possible before I bring it to your attention. There is a lot of information on the internet about the C8 Corvette Z06, and there was years ago with the base C8 Corvette coming out as well, and a lot of it was just nonsense. A lot of it was rumors and leaks that never ended up being true. Now, if you do your due diligence, if you do your research, a lot of this stuff can be weeded out and you will be left with what is most likely accurate. Now, in the video 2 months ago, I was talking about the May 9th start date and how Chevy kind of moves those dates around a little bit based on the happenings in the plant and everything like that. So May 9th can sometimes turn into May 12th or May 13th, but for the most part, I had a pretty good feeling the production was going to start somewhere in early May. And sure enough, Chevrolet has confirmed it for us. So all of this means we are going to be getting a Z06 in the flesh very soon. Now, guys, the last video I made talking about the Z06 and its arrival dates had some more leaked information in it talking about the fact that the Z06 could be starting production in late April, being around the April 22nd mark, is when they're still going to likely ramp up Z06 production. But the big thing to keep in mind is that right now, the plant is tooled for a C8 Corvette. It is not tooled for a Z06 Corvette. What that means is starting April 22nd, they're likely to start really getting into making that plant able to do both. So the May 9th production date is still likely to be the date that they hit to churn out both models of this car. Again, this is a little bit earlier than I originally suspected. I really thought that the Z06 was going to make a late summer to early fall appearance, but Chevy had different plans. They want to get that thing to us, it looks like, early summer, which is fantastic because the car is absolutely amazing. And with that said, I want to insert a short video here showing a little bit of the rev action from the Z06 because it sounds absolutely fantastic. And moving on to the second piece of information in today's video. As you guys heard there in the beginning, the very first Z06 is going to be auctioned off at the Barrett-Jackson auction. Now, if you guys are familiar and you're following the C8 Corvette trends in any way, shape, or form like I am every single day, then you'll know that Chevrolet did the exact same thing with the very first C8 Corvette in 2020. And that happened on January 19th, 2020. This year, it is going to be January 29th, 2022. It is almost exactly 2 years apart. And what this tells me is that we are very close to seeing some serious Z06s in action here, because January 19th of 2020 was not even a full month before the actual C8 was being sent out to the customer. Now, this time it looks like it's still going to be a little bit earlier than it was for the C8 Corvette, because January 29th is when this will be auctioned off, and we're likely to start seeing the Z06s in the flesh in mid-May. So we're still about 4 months away from seeing the actual car, but this is a great sign. This is a sign that all of the production is locked down and ready to go. Basically, there are no surprises left for GM. They are ready to put this car on the assembly line and get these things churned out. Now, of course, this information comes to us from our friends over at the CorvetteBlogger.com. I will link the article in the description down below if you're interested in reading more about it. But basically, they are the ones bringing us the information of the Barrett-Jackson auction, and they have a little bit to say about it. So the big points of their article are as follows. The very first retail 2020 Corvette Stingray sold for $3 million at Barrett-Jackson's 2020 auction. What will it take to bring home the very first 2023 Corvette Z06? You'll have to wait until January 29th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time to find out. But guys, if you remember the 2020 auction, that was $3 million for a base C8. I am very curious to see what this Z06 will bring, because it is the 2020 C8 Corvette on steroids. This thing is just an absolute beast. The big thing that stands out to me here with any of these articles talking about the Barrett-Jackson auction is that Chevy is going to offer the first retail 2023 Corvette Z06 for charity at the Barrett-Jackson Scottsdale auction. The key word there is retail. So this is not a test fleet vehicle. This is literally the first production car. So if they're putting this car down the production line and this is the very first one that they could legitimately sell, but instead are taking to auction, then that means by the time this car is at that auction, GM is fully tooled for the Z06 stuff. They are ready to build these cars. They are ready to deliver these cars. So again, it's coming so much sooner than I originally thought, and it's fantastic. But guys, I am curious, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section down below. How do you feel about the fact that Chevy is auctioning off another one of their cars at the Barrett-Jackson auction? And do you believe that that is kind of indicative of how fast the Z06 is going to show up for the rest of us? Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Also, how do you feel about the May 9th production date? Is that earlier than you were thinking for the Z06 as well? I know it is for me. Like I said, I was expecting late summer. It looks more like early summer at this point, but I'm curious. What are your thoughts? Let me know down below. But guys, that is going to do it for today's video. So if you liked what you saw, please hit that thumbs up button. Let me know you're liking it. Let YouTube know you're liking it so we can continue these kind of discussions and make sure all of the other Corvette enthusiasts out there are also included. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'm going to have loads of Corvette content like this coming that you are not going to want to miss. And as always, guys, I will catch you in the next upload.